And so I thought, how cool, Gwen's here. I had my band work up, and I thought, man, that'd be so cool for her to come out and surprise. And it was the worst thing I could have done because
Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, two stars from wildly different music worlds, have captivated fans not only with their chart-topping careers, but also with their deeply personal and at times turbulent love story. While Shelton is known for his Oklahoma roots and country music stardom, Stefani has carved a path as a pop and ska icon with an edgy sense of style and sound. Together, they have created a relationship that's both admired and scrutinized, especially in light of recent rumors suggesting cracks in their seemingly idyllic marriage. Now, as both stars break their silence and open up about the personal battles behind their public personas, a more layered picture emerges, one of resilience, vulnerability, and hard-won connection. Blake Shelton was born on June 18, 1976, in Ada, Oklahoma. Music ran deep in his family, and by the age of 12, he was already learning guitar from his uncle. Just as his musical dreams began to take shape, tragedy struck when his older brother Richie died in a car crash. Rather than letting grief consume him, Blake channeled it into purpose, moving to Nashville to pursue a music career. In 1997, he signed a deal with Sony Music, but his planned debut single was handed off to another artist. With his own single, Austin, finally debuted in 2001, his label shut down the same week. Still, Warner Brothers stepped in, releasing the song, which soared to #1. It marked the beginning of a career filled with both accolades and adversity. His early albums, The Dreamer and Blake Shelton's Barn and Grill, featured hits like The Baby and Some Beach, confirming his place in the country music scene. But as his professional life ascended, his personal life faltered. His first marriage to longtime girlfriend Kynette Williams ended in divorce in 2006. That same year, he met fellow country star Miranda Lambert. Their chemistry was immediate, particularly during the performance of Michael Bublé's Home. They married in 2011 after several years of dating. Shelton's career blossomed further as he joined The Voice as a coach in 2011. Many questioned whether the move would distance him from music, but it did the opposite. That same year, his album Red River Blue featured massive hits like Honeybee and God Gave Me You. Despite his career high, he endured personal loss with the passing of his father. Yet, Shelton continued pushing forward, using music as both a platform and therapy. But beneath the professional successes, cracks were forming in his marriage with Lambert. They collaborated on emotional tracks like Over You, a haunting song about loss. But in 2015, they publicly confirmed their split. Their statement was heartfelt, asking for privacy and understanding. For Shelton, it marked another turning point, a mix of heartache and reinvention. Soon after, he faced another controversy when old social media posts resurfaced, drawing criticism from the LGBTQ+ community. He quickly issued a public apology, owning up to the past and stating his commitment to learning and growing. Even as some doubted his staying power, Shelton proved them wrong. He bounced back with new music, more coaching wins on The Voice, and even an exhibit in the Country Music Hall of Fame honoring his journey. Meanwhile, he participated in Forever Country, a collaborative project celebrating 50 years of the CMA Awards, standing alongside legends in a track that debuted at #1. It was around this time, during a stint on The Voice, that Shelton's path crossed with Gwen Stefani's in a way that would change both their lives. Like Blake, Gwen had recently gone through a high-profile divorce from Bush frontman Gavin Rossdale and was navigating a personal reinvention. Gwen's journey is a story of resilience and creativity. Born in Fullerton, California in 1969, Gwen was raised in a loving, music-filled home. Her older brother Eric introduced her to ska, and together they formed No Doubt in the 1980s. Their early work didn't catch on, but their 1995 album Tragic Kingdom, featuring hits like Don't Speak, catapulted the band and Gwen into superstardom. As she ventured into solo work, collaborations with Moby, Eve, and others further cemented her versatility. Despite fame, she never shied away from personal lyrics, using music as an emotional outlet. Her personal life was equally complex. She had a long relationship with No Doubt bandmate Tony Kanal before marrying Gavin Rossdale in 2002. Together, they had 3 sons, and for a time, seemed like a power couple. But in 2015, Gwen filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, and faced the same kind of emotional wreckage that Blake was enduring. What began as a shared bond of heartbreak on The Voice blossomed into something much deeper. Their connection grew quietly at first. Then, duets like Go Ahead and Break My Heart and Nobody But You signaled a musical and romantic partnership. During the pandemic, their song Happy Anywhere became a love letter to enduring affection amidst uncertainty. Despite the public nature of their relationship, they kept many moments private. When Blake proposed in 2020, it was during an intimate family gathering at a chapel he built on his Oklahoma property. They married there in 2021 in a similarly private ceremony. Yet, the spotlight has never fully dimmed on them. Recent rumors swirled about potential strain in their marriage. Gwen finally opened up about insecurities and internal battles, worrying about aging, self-worth, and whether she was still the woman Blake fell in love with. Her vulnerability was raw, especially as she shared how even in moment of clarity, doubts crept in. She admitted to creating internal drama from insecurity, a sentiment that resonated with many fans. Blake, too, acknowledged their honest conversations about fame, identity, and the pressures that come with public life. As they continue forward, Gwen and Blake's journey reminds us that even most glamorous lives are shaped by pain, persistence, and personal growth. Their ability to face challenges head-on, both individually and as a couple, speaks to a deeper kind of strength, one not born from perfection, but from the courage to grow. Whether they're singing from the stage or supporting each other behind the scenes, they remain a testament to how love can evolve, endure, and inspire. While Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's relationship has weathered the spotlight with grace, it's their deeper evolution as individuals that continues to resonate with fans. Their story, often described as a celebrity fairy tale, is actually far more human, marked by vulnerability, spiritual introspection, and a shared desire for something genuine in an industry known for illusion. As their marriage matured, both Blake and Gwen faced new chapters in their respective careers that called for difficult decisions. Blake, who had been a constant on The Voice since its inception, announced in 2023 that he would be leaving the show after 23 seasons. The news stunned fans, many of whom considered him the emotional heart of the series. But for Blake, it was a choice rooted in realignment, a return to his roots, a yearning to spend more time with family, and an acknowledgement that he was ready to focus on what matters most, his personal life. He explained in interviews that being a stepfather to Gwen's 3 sons, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, wasn't just something he accepted, but something he embraced. If I'm going to be a part of their lives, he shared, I want to do it right. That means being present. That means being home. Those sentiments marked a shift from the spotlight-chasing ambition that once defined much of his early career. Now, his success is measured not only in record sales or TV ratings, but in bedtime routines, fishing trips, and being there for first days of school. Gwen, too, experienced a transformation, though her schedule remained busy with music, fashion, and mentoring young talent. She made a deliberate choice to step back from the nonstop grind of celebrity life. She spoke openly about how motherhood and marriage change her priorities. There's a time to be ambitious, she said in an interview, and there's a time to nurture what you built. For me, that includes my family and my own healing. That healing process wasn't always easy. Gwen admitted to battling intrusive thoughts, insecurities about her looks, her relevance in the music world, and her ability to maintain intimacy in a high-profile marriage. These weren't passing doubts. They were real mental hurdles. But she didn't hide from them. Instead, she opened up publicly, describing therapy, prayer, and music as her coping tools. In doing so, she empowered others to speak more openly about the emotional toll that public life can take. Blake, usually the more reserved of the two, became surprisingly candid as well. He shared that being with Gwen helped him slow down and be more introspective. I've never been great at talking about my feelings, he confessed, but Gwen's taught me how to sit with stuff instead of pushing it away. That emotional growth added another layer to their relationship, one built not just on love, but on mutual healing and spiritual connection. In fact, their shared faith has become a cornerstone of their bond. Though they came from different religious backgrounds, Blake from Southern Baptist traditions, and Gwen from a Catholic upbringing. They found common ground in their beliefs. It was Blake who built the chapel on his Oklahoma property, not just as a place for their wedding, but as a spiritual sanctuary. They've spoken about reading devotionals together and making prayer a part of their family routine. It's not something they parade for cameras, but something deeply personal that helps them stay grounded. Yet even as their relationship grew stronger, they remained under constant public scrutiny. Every shift in their body language, absence from red carpets, or cryptic Instagram captions sparked rumors of separation. But instead of ignoring the chatter, Blake and Gwen chose a different approach. Transparency. Gwen's interviews in 2024 were particularly revealing. She acknowledged that fame makes even the healthiest relationships feel fragile. You have to work twice as hard to block out the noise, she said. But if you let that noise in, it can mess with your head. The pressure wasn't just external. Internally, they were navigating complex family dynamics. Gwen's 3 sons, though deeply loved by Blake, were still adjusting to having a stepfather. Parenting in a blended family brings its own set of emotional negotiations, respecting the bond the children have with their biological father, while also establishing new roles and boundaries. According to those close to the couple, Blake has taken on the role with humility, understanding that being a step-parent is about showing up consistently, not replacing someone. Musically, the two also began to reassess what they wanted out of their art. For Gwen, the past few years were about evolution, testing new waters, merging pop with country, and continuing to refine her voice as a solo artist. Her latest tracks blended introspection with lighthearted fun, showing she could still be edgy while embracing domestic contentment. Meanwhile, Blake hinted at stepping away from full-length albums in favor of selective singles and collaborations. "I don't need to prove anything anymore," he said. "Now I just want to make music that feels real." Their collaboration continued to draw praise, but they also began writing separately more often, an intentional choice that allowed them to maintain their creative independence. As Gwen worked on new projects that explored identity and femininity, Blake focused on storytelling rooted in rural life and family. This creative autonomy helped their relationship, giving each space to grow without becoming overly entangled. Despite their intentional privacy, their relationship had a ripple effect in pop culture. For many fans, they represented a form of modern romance, less about flashy gestures and more about second chances. They became symbols of the idea that love doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful, that healing is possible even after very public heartbreaks. Their approach to fame also shifted. In recent years, they began turning down certain media offers, choosing instead to curate their presence through carefully chosen interviews and performances. Gwen became more involved in mentoring younger artists, while Blake invested time into philanthropy in Oklahoma, supporting music education and disaster relief in rural communities. They seemed to move toward legacy building rather than chasing the next headline. And yet, even in this more subdued chapter, challenges remained. Social media continued to stir up speculation. Fan accounts dissected everything from Blake's facial expressions during interviews to Gwen's absence from certain events. But over time, the couple seemed to develop a quiet confidence. They knew what was real, and that became enough. As of 2025, the couple continues to defy expectations. They split their time between Oklahoma and Los Angeles, blending city glamour with country simplicity. They attend their son's school events, host family dinners, and retreat into nature when they need to recharge. Gwen still keeps a fashion-forward edge, whether in luxury cars or limited edition accessories, while Blake remains comfortable in jeans and boots. In many ways, they embody the ultimate duality. She the California queen, he the Oklahoma king. And yet, together, they've found balance. Their love story isn't about perfection. It's about progress. About two artists, scarred but not broken, choosing love in its most honest form. They've shown that even in a world where image often trumps authenticity, it's possible to find real connection. Their openness about insecurities, the decision to prioritize family over fame, and their shared belief in something larger than themselves has made their bond one that fans continue to root for. Looking ahead, the next chapter for Gwen and Blake might be quieter, but no less meaningful. Gwen has hinted at possibly launching a mentorship program for young female artists, blending music with mental health advocacy. Blake, meanwhile, is reportedly exploring a docuseries about rural American culture, told through the lens of music and storytelling. They've also expressed interest in collaborating on a children's book inspired by Gwen's sons and their blended family life. Regardless of what they do next, one thing is clear. Their relationship has become more than just tabloid fodder. It's a case study in personal growth, emotional honesty, and finding love after loss. Their story shows that behind every headline is a human story, and behind every stage light is a pair of people simply trying to love each other well. In a world that often values image over intimacy, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton offer a refreshing alternative. The possibility that even in Hollywood, authenticity can win, and that sometimes the most powerful love stories are the ones that grow slowly, weather storms, and choose truth over and over again